Next question. A circular platform is free to rotate in a horizontal plane about a vertical axis passing through its center. A tortoise is sitting at the edge of the platform. Now, the platform is given an angular velocity omega naught. When the tortoise moves along a chord of the platform with a constant velocity with respect to the platform, the angular velocity of the platform omega t will vary with time t as. See the options, graphs between omega and time. Option B, option C, and option D. Solution. Since there is no external torque, angular momentum will remain conserved. The moment of inertia will first decrease till the tortoise moves from A to C and then increase as it moves from C to D. Therefore, omega will initially increase and then decrease. This line is the answer. Omega will initially increase and then decrease. See the explanation. Observe the diagram which is given in the question and read once again here. The moment of inertia will first decrease till the tortoise moves from A to C. Observe the diagram. A to C. When the tortoise is at A from the origin, it is at a distance of capital R. I is equal to mr square, or I is directly proportional to distance square. When it is coming to point B, from the center or from the axis of rotation, R value distance decreases, so that moment of inertia also decreases. When it is coming to C, still moment of inertia decreases because A is less than small r is less than capital R. Here capital R is not shown, but OA is the radius of the circle, that is capital R. And observe the sentence. Then increase at it moves from C to D. C to D. Again same scenario. C to D gradually distance from the axis increases gradually, so that omega will initially increase and then decrease. Omega angular velocity. Let capital R be the radius of platform M. The mass of tortoise and capital M is the mass of platform. Moment of inertia when the tortoise is at A. Observe the diagram. When the tortoise is at A, what is the moment of inertia of the system, where system is platform as well as tortoise? That we assumed as when tortoise is at A, total moment of inertia I1 is equal to m into capital R square. This is the moment of inertia of the tortoise plus m capital R square by R. This is the moment of inertia of the platform. Platform is nothing but a circular disc. So moment of inertia of a circular disc about an axis passing through the center and perpendicular to its plane. So two objects are there here. One is tortoise, one is circular disc or platform. So therefore I1 is equal to small m into R square plus capital M into capital R square by 2. And moment of inertia when the tortoise is at B. Observe the diagram. At B, what is the distance at B? OB is small r. So therefore I2 is equal to small m into small r square. This is the moment of inertia for tortoise plus mr square by 2 as it is. After time t, the tortoise reaches point B. Observe the diagram. AB with velocity v. So distance travelled from A to B. AB is equal to velocity into time, v into t. Here small r square is equal to a square plus square root of r square minus a square minus vt whole square. See here in the triangle OAC triangle. OAC triangle. A is equal to square root of R square plus AC square. R square plus AC square initially. Or AC square, Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equal to R square minus A square. Square root of R square minus A square. Now, in the triangle OBC triangle, small r square is equal to A square plus root of capital R square minus A square, that is AC, minus AB. AB is VT whole square. From conservation of angular momentum, we know that omega naught into I1 is equal to omega t into I2. Substituting the values, we can find that the variation of omega t is non-linear. See the last page. See, by substituting I1 value, I2 value, and then small r square, omega naught, omega t, all values by substituting, here we will get omega t, and substituting values, we can find that the variation of omega t is a non-linear. So that our answer is option B. Option B is the right option. Next question. A particle is moving along the straight line ABC with constant velocity. The angular momentum of the particle with respect to origin O for the three positions R, LA, LB and LC. Then observe the graph here. There is no C appearing in the diagram, but nothing to worry. Anywhere you can take along the line AB. C is a point anywhere along the line AB. Option A, LC greater than LB greater than LA. Option B, LA greater than LB greater than LC. Option C, LA is equal to LB is equal to LC. Option D, information is not sufficient. Solution. The perpendicular distance from the point O to the extended line of the linear momentum remains constant. Therefore, angular momentum also remains constant, because angular momentum is the moment of linear momentum. Here, linear momentum may be different, but from the O, from point O, perpendicular distance from point O is constant. So that angular momentum is also constant. That is, LA is equal to LB is equal to LC. Option C is the right option. A square plate has a moment of inertia I0 about an axis lying in its plane, passing through its center and making an angle theta with one of the sides. Which graph represents the variation of I with theta? Observe the graphs. Option A, option B, option C and option D. Solution. The moment of inertia about the axis shown is independent of the angle theta. The three axes are present in the plane of the square. This is the answer, but observe the explanation. This is a square of each side L. The three axes are there. One is Ix, Iye and I0. All the three axes are in the plane of square. So that Ix is equal to Iy is equal to I0 is equal to ml square by 12. That is, I0 is equal to constant. So, no change. I with theta, moment of inertia with theta does not change here. Option C is the right option. Next question. A thin uniform rod pivoted at O is rotating in the horizontal plane with constant angular speed omega as shown in the figure. At time t is equal to 0, a small insect starts from O and moves with constant speed v with respect to the rod towards the other end. It reached the end of the rod at small t is equal to capital T and stops. The angular speed of the system remains omega throughout. The magnitude of the torque tau bar on the system about O as a function of the time is best represented by which plot? Observe the diagram which is given in the question. First option, second option, third option, and fourth option. Graphs between torque and time. Solution. Angular momentum about rotational axis L. T is time dependent. Angular momentum is equal to I omega actually, but here I plus m into distance, velocity into time, m into vt whole square. This is according to parallel axis theorem. So differentiation or dl by dt is equal to I omega constant first term 0. In the second term, m constant, mass constant, and d by dt of vt square. d by dt of vt square is equal to 2vt into d by dt of vt again. 2vt into d by dt of vt, where v is given constant, or by using product rule, differentiation by product rule, we can get the same result. So 2mv square into t omega. We know that dl by dt is equal to torque. So that is torque tau is equal to 2mv square omega into t. 2 constant, m constant, v is given constant, omega constant. So torque is directly proportional to t. The distance traveled x with velocity v, so that distance x is equal to v into t. Omega is the angular velocity. The option B is the right option. Straight line passing through origin. Tau is directly proportional to t. Next question. A thin rod of length capital L lying along the x-axis with its ends at x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L, its linear density mass per unit length varies with x as k into x by L whole to the power of n, where n can be 0 or any positive number. If x cm of the center of mass of the rod is plotted against n, then which of the following graphs best approximates the dependence of x cm on n? Observe the options first. X cm and n relation. Second graph, third graph, and fourth graph. Solution. We know that xcm is equal to integral x into dm divided by integral dm. Don't confuse with xcm, the second one, actually the next line. So in the next line, this xcm is equal to integral 0 to L x into dm is equal to lambda into dx, where lambda is dm by dx, linear mass density. Lambda is equal to dm by dx, that is equal to linear mass density. Therefore, dm can be written as lambda into dx, linear mass density into dx. So x as it is, in the place of lambda, linear mass density, k into x by capital L whole to the power of n into dx divided by integral 0 to L k into x by L whole to the power of n dx. This is only dm. By integrating numerator and denominator and simplifying, we will get n plus 1 by n plus 2 into L. At n is equal to 0, suppose here numerator and denominator, if n is equal to 0, 1 by 2 L is remaining. XCM is equal to L divided by 2. Or XCM can be written as 1 plus, that is both in numerator and denominator. If n is taken as common in the previous step, we will get 1 plus 1 by n divided by 1 plus 2 by n into L. As n is equal to infinity, n tends to, n is approximately, or n tends to infinity, then XCM is equal to, so 1 by infinity 0, 2 by infinity 0, 1 by 1 L. So that when n is equal to 0, observe the graph, x coordinate. When n is equal to 0, XCM is equal to L by 2. When n is equal to infinity, n is equal to infinity, so this XCM is increases to L and saturated. The XCM is equal to L. So option C, third option, is the right option. Two identical disks of same radius capital R are rotating about their axis in opposite directions with the same constant angular speed omega. The disks are in the same horizontal plane. At time t is equal to 0, the points P and Q are facing each other as is shown in the figure. The relative velocity between the 2 points P and Q is Vr in one time period capital T of rotation of the disks. Vr as a function of time is best represented by, observe the diagram which is given in the question. Two identical disks of same radius are rotating about their axis in opposite directions. First sphere clockwise direction, second sphere anti-clockwise direction. Disks, not spheres. Options: option A, option B, option C, option D. Observe the options carefully. Solution: the positions of the 2 points P and Q are shown at different times. Observe here, first disk clockwise, second disk anti-clockwise. When these points P and Q are this position, at this position, both the velocities are in the same direction. So relative velocity becomes 0. Relative velocity is V minus V. Vr is equal to 0. Modulus of Vr relative velocity is 0. At time t is equal to 0. Let us assume that points started from here. Next, at time t is equal to t by 4 from this point to this point, t by 4. P is velocity is acting in one direction, Q velocity is in opposite direction. So two velocities are opposite to each other. Therefore, relative velocity is equal to V minus of minus V. Relative velocity of P and Q is V minus of minus V, that is 2V, but we know that V is equal to R omega. So 2R omega, that is maximum. Next diagram. At t is equal to t by 2, from this extreme to diagonally opposite point. So if t is equal to t by 2, observe the velocities. P velocity is acting in opposite upward direction. Q velocity is also acting in upward direction. Again, velocities are in the same direction. So that relative velocity between P and Q, V minus V, 0. Now observe the graph. At t is equal to 0, relative velocity 0. At t is equal to t by 4, velocity is maximum. Again, at t is equal to t by 2, velocity 0. Like this, it will continue. So that option A is the right option.